Welcome in, everyone. Today we're going deep on Preethy Uthup.
Sounds intriguing.
Right. And we've got a real mix of stuff to work with here.
Let's see, social media posts, info about her book, and even her professional profile.
It's like we're piecing together a puzzle, trying to figure out what makes her tick.
Definitely multi-talented.
Mm.
Author and financial consultant.
Mm-hmm.
Seems like she's been on quite the journey of self-discovery, too.
That's the vibe I'm getting. And there are all these little clues scattered throughout.
Like what?
Well, there's mention of a book launch, a career change,
Mhm.
and just the sense that she's overcome some serious challenges along the way.
I see it. A life well lived.
Yeah, exactly. So let's rewind a bit to a couple of years ago,
Okay.
to her introduction on Swell.
For those who don't know.
Right, Swell is this online community where people share audio thoughts and ideas.
Gotcha.
And in her intro, Preethi describes herself as someone who loves life and uses those experiences to fuel her fiction writing. She even mentions having a book in the works and being really eager to connect with people, especially for promoting it.
Makes sense. It's all about networking.
Absolutely. And it's so cool to see how other Swell users responded.
Oh, yeah.
They were so welcoming, offering advice on networking and connecting with other authors.
It's like a built-in support system.
Totally.
Yeah.
Especially for creators just starting out.
For sure.
And Preethi seemed really grateful for those tips.
It makes a difference.
Absolutely. She even emphasized how important it is for her to build a network to promote her book and share her thoughts.
That's great. So tell me more about this book.
Okay, so according to the Amazon details you gave me,
Yeah.
it's called Solemn Hours of the Day.
Wow. That's an evocative title.
Right, I thought so
It
too.
really draws you in.
Definitely. And the book centers on a woman named Naina,
Okay.
and it's all about her journey of breaking free from societal expectations and discovering herself.
Powerful stuff.
Right. And the description highlights themes of women's solidarity, empowerment, and embracing individuality.
Those are themes that resonate with a lot of people.
For sure. It's that universal desire to carve your own path.
Yeah, absolutely. To break free from those predefined roles society tries to put us in.
Exactly. It can feel so stifling.
Definitely a struggle many of us face.
And it sounds like that's a core element of Naina's story,
Sounds like it.
which makes me super curious about Preethi's own path.
I can see why.
Her LinkedIn profile shows this impressive career in finance.
Oh,
Yeah, she worked with institutions like ICI Bank and Entrust Family Office for quite a while.
big names.
I know, right? But then there's this interesting detail, a sabbatical period before she transitioned to independent consulting.
Ooh, a sabbatical. That's intriguing.
Right. Makes you wonder what prompted that break.
Yeah, was it a conscious decision to step away from the corporate world?
Maybe to pursue something more aligned with her personal goals.
It happens.
You know what's interesting? That theme of breaking free in Naina's journey, it's like it mirrors Preethi's own life.
I see what you mean.
Like maybe her writing is a way of processing her own experiences.
Whether consciously or not.
Exactly. It's like her subconscious is spilling onto the page.
It happens more often than you think.
So true. So now let's fast forward a year on Swell,
Okay.
and Preethi shares the big news, her book launch.
That's amazing.
And get this, it took place outside of India thanks to her friend, Lulu.
Really?
Yeah, Lulu helped set everything up.
That's what friends are for.
It's so heartwarming, and they reconnected after years apart.
Ah, love
It
that.
just goes to show you the power of those lasting friendships.
Absolutely.
And the Swell community went wild with congratulations and well wishes.
It's such a supportive space.
It really is, especially for authors putting their work out there for the first time.
Totally agree. So after the launch, what happened next?
Well, Preethi decided to share the prologue of Solemn Hours of the Day on Swell.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, and she included this captivating image of a solitary character walking on the coast.
I can picture
And she explained how it reflects the protagonist's life, which has been shaped by all these tumultuous events.
setting the scene.
Totally. And then, to make things even more interesting, she introduces this mysterious character named Joseph.
Ooh, a mystery. I'm hooked already.
I know, right? And the Swell community picked up on those deeper themes right away.
Really.
Yeah. They were talking about how the challenges we face shape us in unique ways, which totally connects with the protagonist's experiences.
Makes sense.
Others were immediately drawn to the descriptive imagery and the mystery surrounding Joseph.
Like they were transported right into the story.
Totally. Before we get too deep into the book itself, I want to circle back to Preethy's LinkedIn profile for a sec.
Okay, sure.
It highlights her diverse skill set, communication, consulting, and of course, that finance background.
Wow, she's a powerhouse.
I know, right? And she speaks multiple languages.
Impressive.
What really struck me, though, was a comment from one swell user, Gunjan Joshi.
What do they say?
They picked up on this theme of emptiness despite material possessions in the prologue.
That's a deep observation.
I thought so too. And Preethy's response to that comment was really revealing.
Really? What did she say?
She shared that she became a widow at a young age and faced all sorts of societal pressures.
Oh, wow. That puts things in a whole new light.
Right. It reveals this layer of personal strength and resilience that we hadn't seen before.
It's like a whole other dimension to understanding Preethy in her writing.
Totally.
It's a reminder that we often don't know the full story behind someone's work.
Absolutely. And how much those personal experiences can shape their art.
Powerful stuff.
It's amazing how one little comment can unlock so much insight into someone's life.
It's true. You never know what someone's carrying with them.
And knowing what Preethy's gone through personally, it makes me even more curious about her writing.
I bet. How those experiences might have shaped her work.
Exactly. Let's go back to that swell post where she shared the prologue.
Okay, the one with the solitary character on the coast, right?
Yep, that's the one. What really stood out to you about those excerpts?
Well, that imagery of the character walking alone
Mm-hmm.
is powerful, you know?
Yeah, I agree.
It evokes this sense of introspection, maybe even a bit of melancholy.
Which fits perfectly with the book's title.
Right, like it's setting the stage for a deep dive into those solemn hours we all face.
And remember Gunjan Joshi's comment about emptiness.
Oh yeah, despite material possessions.
Right. It feels even more significant now, knowing what Preethy shared about becoming a widow.
Absolutely. And her response to that comment was so powerful.
It really was. Talking about challenging societal norms, especially for widows.
She's had to forge her own path, not just professionally.
But personally, too, right?
Yeah.
Defining her own identity.
Exactly. And that idea of breaking free from those expectations, it keeps coming up.
It does, doesn't it? Like maybe Preethy is encouraging all of us to question those societal norms.
It's a powerful message for sure.
Especially for those who feel trapped by expectations.
Absolutely. It makes you think, how do we balance those pressures with our own desires?
Such a tough question. But it's something so many of us grapple with.
It is, isn't it?
And Preethy's story seems like a great example of navigating that complexity.
I agree. She's faced such hardship, but she's found a way to move forward.
To redefine herself and pursue her passion.
It's really inspiring.
It is. Speaking of her path, her career transition is fascinating.
From finance to independent consulting,
Right. Some might even see it as a step back.
leaving that corporate security.
But maybe it was part of a larger process of self-discovery.
You think so?
Maybe she was missing something in that corporate life.
And found it through writing and consulting.
It's definitely possible. People reevaluate their priorities all the time.
They do. They do.
Seeking work that feels more fulfilling.
More aligned with their true self.
Exactly. It's not always about climbing the ladder.
It's about finding something that resonates with your values.
And remember, her LinkedIn highlights communication and consulting as her top skills.
Interesting.
Those are definitely transferable to writing.
I see your point.
Maybe writing has become a way for her to express herself creatively.
And use those skills in a new way.
Yeah, exactly. It's like she's weaving together all these different parts of her life
Her professional background, personal challenges, and passion for storytelling.
to create something new and meaningful.
Makes sense. And we know she's actively looking for a publisher.
Mm-hmm. Seems like she's really committed to sharing her story.
And the response from the Swell community has been great.
It has. Like, she's already touched so many people.
With her story of resilience, self-discovery, and breaking free.
It's really resonating with those who've encountered her work online.
It just shows the power of social media to connect us.
Doesn't it? To find people who get it.
Absolutely. It builds a sense of community and support.
Like that story of her book launch outside India.
Oh yeah, thanks to her friend Lulu.
A reminder that support can come from unexpected places.
It really can. It speaks to the power of human connection.
Something Preethy seems to value deeply.
I agree. She's always expressing gratitude for the Swell community.
And she seems genuinely interested in connecting with people.
It makes me wonder, is there a link between this desire for connection and her book's themes?
Oh, that's an interesting thought.
Like, is Solemn Hours of the Day also about seeking authentic connection amidst challenges.
It's a thought-provoking question. The need for connection, for belonging, those are universal themes.
They are, aren't they?
It's definitely possible they're woven into her story.
Adding another layer of depth.
Something for our listeners to think about as they dive into the book.
Definitely. It's all about finding those connections.
What also struck me was Preethy's openness to feedback on her writing.
Even criticism.
Yeah. She seems genuinely interested in growing as an author.
And connecting with readers on a deeper level.
It's refreshing to see that kind of passion.
Absolutely. It's a sign of a true artist.
Someone willing to be vulnerable and share their work.
And to engage with others in a meaningful way.
Creativity is a journey, not a destination.
It's about constantly evolving and pushing boundaries.
I love that. So we've really gotten to explore Preethy Uthup from all these different angles.
We have her journey as an author, that career shift.
And the powerful themes she's weaving into her writing.
Right.
But I think what stands out most is how she's using social media.
It's a great tool, especially for an author trying to build a following.
Definitely. But it feels like more than just marketing to me. Yeah, Preethy seems genuinely interested in connecting with people.
I agree. She's not just broadcasting, she's engaging.
Exactly. Sharing her story, listening to others.
It creates a sense of authenticity.
And remember, she's not just posting promotional stuff.
True. She's sharing personal experiences, responding to comments.
Even being open to criticism.
That's brave.
It really builds a connection that goes beyond just author and reader.
You're right. It's more personal.
Like she's inviting people into her world, you know?
Showing vulnerability, encouraging others to do the same.
It creates a space for real dialogue and connection.
Which can be so powerful. Thinking back on everything we've learned, it seems like Preethy's story is about more than just writing a book.
I think so too.
It's about embracing change, challenging those societal norms,
Finding your voice.
and encouraging all of us to do the same.
It's like she's saying, hey, I've faced these challenges, made these choices.
You come out stronger on the other side.
Exactly. And you can too.
A message of empowerment and resilience.
Something we can all relate to. So for everyone listening,
Yes. Think about those solemn hours in your own life.
those moments of reflection, of facing challenges head on,
Those times when you chose to break free.
how have those moments shaped who you are?
Maybe it was a career change that felt risky.
Or a personal challenge that made you reevaluate everything?
No matter what, those moments make up the unique fabric of your life.
And just like Preethy, you have the power to choose how you respond
To learn and grow from those experiences.
and continue shaping your own story.
If you're intrigued by Preethy and her journey,
We highly recommend checking out Solemn Hours of the Day.
explore Naina's world for yourself
You might find unexpected connections to your own life.
and gain some new insights along the way.
Preethy's story is a powerful reminder that even when things get tough,
We can still choose our own adventures.
find our voices, connect with others.
Thanks for joining us on this deep dive into the world of Preethy Uthup.
We hope you found it as insightful and inspiring as we did.
Until next time, keep exploring, keep questioning.
And keep embracing the beautiful complexity of your own life.